having the praise that he has and people saying that he's one of the all-time great Mexican champions, I think he's got to run that back. He knocked on that door. It didn't go his way. From a greatness standpoint, from an all-greatness standpoint, from a legacy standpoint, you got to run that back. You got to run it back. That's what great fighters do.
Oscar De La Hoya, who was Canelo's former promoter, said that was the dumbest move in boxing, Eddie Hearn pushing Bivol on Canelo. You know what's funny about this whole situation? Nobody was talking like that before the fight. They was talking about Bivol was a cherry pick. I don't agree with everything that Andre Ward says, but I do agree with a couple of things he says. The first thing I agree with is I don't think Bivol was too big. They would show footage, like Andre Ward said, of Canelo fighting heavyweights. I don't think Bivol was too big for Canelo. I think Canelo may have came in too big. Bivol said himself, he's not a big light heavyweight, and he rehydrated up to 183 pounds. Ward says Canelo miscalculated on Bivol. In other words, he underestimated Bivol. Another thing I agree with Ward with, but I've been saying this before Andre Ward said it, is that the guy who goes in the ring and fight their fight, that is the guy that's going to beat Canelo or give him a real competitive fight. That guy happens to be Dimitri Bivol. And Ward also says for his legacy, he has to run it back. That's what great fighters do. And that's true. Muhammad Ali avenges his losses. And I'm not a Mayweather fan, but Mayweather didn't lose any fights. But there are fights that people thought Mayweather lost, and he avenged those. You got Sugar Ray Leonard. You got Tommy Hearns, Roberto Duran. Fighters like that who are all-time great legends. Joe Louis. They all avenged their losses because great fighters do lose. So when it comes to that, I do agree with Ward also. And Canelo's a great fighter. And I feel Canelo will fight Bivol again. He didn't get a chance to avenge his Mayweather loss. He has a chance to avenge his Bivol loss. And I feel when he's set in the ring, I'm going to get the rematch. I feel like he is. And I hear guys like Fernando Vargas and Oscar De La Hoya, and I do respect their opinion that the rematch should be at 168. I'm a firm believer. I think it should go back to 175, and Canelo should come in lighter. Because what is the first thing people are going to say if Canelo beats Bivol at 168? Even though Bivol's a small light heavyweight and he says he can make 168 easy, the excuse is the only way Canelo can beat Bivol is drain him at 168. That's going to be the new narrative. Anyway, what do you think about Ward's comments? Canelo must take a rematch for his legacy. And where do you think the rematch should be? What weight class? 168 or 175? Leave your comments below. Jay Beasy, I'm gone.